that's where you want to be. Foggy mornings in the field, come the creek with rod and reel, doing what we love in Tennessee. Patriot Demolition presents Southern Woods and Waters with Hugh McNaughton and Brandon Dowdy. Also being brought to you by Sniper Hunting Products, Deer 30 Minerals, Candy Fork Outdoors, Weststone Cry-Like Realtors, TWRA, Capital Sportsman, Nashville Marine, Davidson Farmers Co-op, Courtney's Restaurant and Catering, Mowing and More, CVA, Wilson Bacon Trust, Flowers Processing and Garden Center, X Outdoor Products, and Hunter Up.
Welcome everyone, I'm Hugh McNaughton.
And I'm Brandon Dowdy.
And we are
Southern Woods and Waters.
Once again, we're getting to where we can do this.
We are. It was odd having a week we weren't here last week. It feels like we've been gone a month, you know?
I know. I asked him where he was on my birthday, and he said he was climbing something, or rappelling something.
We were climbing around and having a big time. We had a day off, and I just spent it with the kids, and we've been doing a little fishing.
The walls,
yeah, about to climb the walls. About to climb the walls.
Hey, we got a great show lined up for you tonight. We have a truly, really good friend of mine. I've known him for years and years and years, but actually some of this stuff is older than when we've known each other, so I'll give you that. Gibby Gibson's on here with us tonight, and he's sharing his antique lures with us. And
he's got some just amazing stuff over there.
And let me tell you something, if you ever get the opportunity to meet with Gibby and just actually sit down and talk with him, he is a wealth of knowledge in the first place. But he has some things that he's going to show us tonight that when he brought them out, I was just totally amazed. I was.
Yeah.
Just some great things. And you know, we like to talk about our fishing and our whopper ploppers and our, you know, all this kind of stuff. But you know, we're talking about tackle boxes made in the 1920s, and you never even think about those kind of things.
No, you don't. I mean, he's got everything from hooks made out of bone over there to reels from the 1800s.
Things that's supposed to look like a frog and kind of resembles a frog, but it's not a frog.
Yeah.
So, but you know, you got those kind of things. And we also have another good friend of mine, Larry Lamberson, is on here tonight, and Larry's going to help educate us on an upcoming benefit that you and I are kind of excited about.
We are. I'm ready to go.
If I can get rid of this, I'll be able to shoot something.
You might have a hard time with it.
Hey, wonder what the handicap will be for me if I have to shoot like this.
I don't know. You're going to have to go one-armed, I guess.
Hey, don't.
We'll get you a 410. You handle that.
When it comes turkey hunting, I promise you, it don't take but one hand.
That's right.
Trigger finger, that's it. Because I like shooting them in the face. But we do have Larry on here. Larry's going to be on here. And his partner, Dwayne, is going to be on here a little bit later in the show. Let's broaden out and tell everybody about Gibby. Gibby's right here beside Brandon. Gibby, thank you so much for being on the show.
Happy to be here. Really happy to be here.
You just got through with doing a roundabout tours and with some of these antiques.
Oh yes, I'm in a club that has about 20 shows during the course of the year, the National Fish and Lure Collectors Club.
By the way, congratulations, Mr. President.
Well,
on being the president.
No, I'm vice president now.
Oh, now
they found out your record demoted you, didn't they?
We have a 4-year rule.
Oh, okay. Well, I wish Congress did, but we're just going to leave it. But, you know, I knew that you were heavily involved in that and have been for years.
It's a passion. My first passion has always been fishing, but after a 6-year attempt at professional fishing, and I realized that I could not have another job and be a professional fisherman at the same time. My granddaddy and his buddies always gave me fishing tackle. And I had several tackle boxes at home that had old fishing tackle in it from the 30s, 40s, 50s. And I got hooked on it, and this is my second passion, or in this case, a disease.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, right.
But I've been doing this for about almost 40 years now.
Well, your wife is here to testify on all this.
That's why we're not going to talk about values.
Yeah.
Not talking
First question you asked him.
First question I asked him was, how much is that reel? And he said, now or then? So Miss Gibson, our heart goes out to you.
Yeah, we apologize.
We apologize, but is it a growing sport? And I say sport, it's not a sport, but is it a growing thing to be a collector of antiques?
There's collectors
lures?
of everything.
And
of everything. I also have I grew up shooting a Daisy BB gun. I have a Daisy BB gun collection. I have a duck call collection. I have a turkey call collection.
We got to bring you on here for turkey season.
It's just. I guess it's just in your DNA, that you like. I love looking at old things and thinking about and learning about the history of, like, the history of fishing in the United States. All these things, that's Americana.
Yeah.
That's part of our heritage, and I want to be one to preserve it.
Well, I'll tell you what, I want to greet Larry over there. Larry, very good to have you here, brother. You representing a group of, there's a bunch of Metro police officers got together and made this little athletic thing, right?
No, myself and Dwayne, we formed the Tennessee Family Fitness Games.
Okay.
And what our main objective is to have sporting events or events, and each event that we have, we're going to donate that money to a different charity in Nashville and the surrounding areas. And right now we're working on a sporting clay benefit tournament to support the Fraternal Order Police, Andrew Jackson Police Youth Camp up on Old Hickory Lake. And they're in pretty need of some funds for one. They have 6 classes, or 6 weeks, 3 weeks for the boys, 3 weeks for the girls. And of course, the expenses are enormous to keep that up. Keep those kids active, and so majority of the funds we raise will go to that. Part of it will go to the maintenance on the facilities, to keeping it up and keeping it safe for the kids while they're there.
Well, tell us now. It's going to be April
the 13th. Nashville Gun Club. Sporting clay. We'll have 50 birds.
Okay.
And it's $125 per shooter, and we'd like as many shooters. We can have 125 shooters. We'd like to max it out. That way we can raise quite a bit of money for the youth camp, keep it open and keeping it going, and get these kids in there and show them a good time, and kind of close that gap between the police and these kids, and show them that there's nothing to be afraid of, and they're there to help them.
That's right.
Not harm them.
It's a great cause.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
And I'm going to tell my buddy Mark Cantrell, and if he shows up, we're shooting for second.
Well, don't tell him.
Don't tell him.
We've
I hope they don't have the rabbit.
That one, where are you at?
Top three shooters will get grand prizes. And we're working on some really good prizes to give the top 3 shooters.
Awesome.
And we want to make sure that all the shooters that come out have a good time. And if this goes over good, maybe we'll have another.
What time's it going to start?
Now, registration, if you don't register online, pre-shoot, you can come out that morning at 9:30 and register, and the shooting starts at 10.
Awesome. All right. Gibby, back to you for just a second. We'll close out this first segment. Well, we just had to close it out.
You ran out of time, man.
I tried.
It's time to do this week's weekly wild game forecast, and it's being sponsored by our friends over at Wilson Bank and Trust. They are excited to announce that they're going to be part of the 10th annual Sports Fest this year down at Nissan Stadium, and that's going to be on March the 30th. They're going to be a part of that starting this year, so be sure y'all get down there and see them there. And anytime you talk to them, yes, tell them thank you for not just everything they do in the community, not only for us here at the show. So.
That's right. All right. Well, look, I'm going to tell you something. It's a little bit on the wild side, being the middle of March, and I'm still seeing 10, 11-point bucks walking around with a full set.
Watched one last week chase 3 does.
What is that?
But I tell you what else is going on.
Here.
There's a lot of strutting going on.
There's a lot of strutting.
And from what I heard the other morning, there's a lot of gobbling going on. So it's getting time.
To keep those things kind of quiet.
They ain't being quiet at all right now. If you go out at daylight, you will find out they're doing a lot of talking.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's just ducks. They're just getting their voices back.
Yeah, that's right. They are. But turkeys are getting fired up and ready, and be after them with the juveniles next week.
Next weekend.
Looking
Next
forward to
Saturday.
that. We're going to have a big time with that. And to some people's catching some fish. I tell you, to be honest, we kind of struggled a little bit the other day.
struggled
We
a
did
little
catch
bit.
some fish, but there was a lot of good fish caught. There really was. Muddy water, but people
Muddy
they
water.
were bringing them in.
And I think what happened to you and I is we had a mindset of if we can't see the lure, neither can they.
Yeah, we had the wrong mindset that
We
morning.
had the wrong mindset. So.
But I tell you, fishing's getting pretty good. It's turning on. A lot of
It's
crappie are
hard to
being
see
caught.
some
A lot of
our lures.
bass
They were
too.
up in the trees.
Yeah, they was. They was.
You'd have to really jump high to get to it.
Guys, we want to remind you to follow us on Facebook. Keep up with us there. We'll keep you guys up to date with what's going on in the outdoors. And we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back here in just a minute with some more Southern Woods and Waters.